One of my biggest regrets is I never get a chance to study with Mozart. What did Mozart teach you?
In 1787, my father was given the opportunity to join a theater in Vienna as a music director. My father recognized that I may have the talent in music and is outstripping his ability to teach me. Our family moved to Vienna where Mozart was then at his peak. Inevitably, my father and Mozart paths soon crossed. So we were invited to Mozart's apartment, and in spite of Mozart's normal reluctance to take on young students, he was so impressed by my playing when I was 7 years old. Then he insisted that I must come and live with his family, Mozart family, where he will be giving me a free lesson. So lesson with Mozart meant more than instruction, more like osmosis. I became a little assistant to Mozart, like giving him a generation beforehand. During the 2 years I played Mozart piano music, playing four hands with him and experiencing the maelstrom of music activity that went on in Mozart house at that time when he was composing for Don Giovanni and others masterpieces. Many formidable musicians will have passed through those rooms. Mozart teaching had to fit in with his lifestyle, and he used to give instruction while playing billiard or bowls. Music making of the highest order would also take place as new work were tried out. I studied with Mozart until I guess I was 9, an unparalleled education for the youngsters. It was a turbulent time for Mozart that he had to move because of his financial reason, and he had to lose both of his father and son, which were Leopold and Thomas, during the 1787. And then in 1788, influenced by Mozart's success for touring in Europe for 25 years, my father decided the time was right to embark on a similar venture with me, so we decided to go on a tour at Europe and it lasted for around 4 years.
Why you never compose symphony?
Since both of us cross paths regularly as the competitors for the title of Virtuoso Kings of Vienna, you are 8 years older than me and was so much very connected to Vienna. But we still evolved to become the two most celebrated composer and virtuosity in this city. Our relationship was to last until your death. I recognized you as a great genius early on. Years later, I reminisced to my pupil that it was a serious moment for me when Beethoven appeared. Should I have tried to walk in the footsteps of such a genius? For a while, I didn't know who I was, and I finally said to myself, it is best that you remain true to yourself and your nature. Hence, I never wrote a symphony.
Oh, thank you for your appreciation.
Yeah, you're welcome. So, what is your impression of my music?
Due to my deafness and it's getting worse, I put majority of my attention into composing. I know that you spent 10 years in Vienna and developing as a composer and giving rare concert recitals and performing in private homes. As a leading Viennese pianist, you were much in demand as a teacher to survive. You have to give up 10 hours a day to this, in contrast to my ability to dedicate myself to composition and thanks to my financial sponsors. As a virtuoso, your style was very different from me as you are more affected by Vienna First Music School, and your music is more in order and have more sense of elegance. As improvisers, we were in a class our own. And what's your impression of my music?
Okay, for my impression of your music, I think your music is very expressive, full of power like a storm, due to the historical background and your own life journey. Your playing as well as your composition were ahead of the time. The imperfect pianofortes did not endure your gigantic performance, hence it may not be understandable and appealing to the large audience. So since our style is very different, may I know who is your favorite composer?
My favorite composer is Handel. When I was studying with Haydn, I discovered music composed by Handel and attracted by his work. Handel's tradition was oratorial, a genre that was essentially new to me. Judas Maccabeus was particularly well known, and its heroic subject matter. The inspiring leadership in battle of an individual that saved a nation have appealed to that side of my creative makeup. I took the theme of See the Conquering Hero Comes and used it as a basis for my set of 12 variations for cello and piano, published by the leading Viennese film of Arteria in 1797. Who is your favorite composer?
Okay, so I appreciate my great composers such as you. However, my philosophy is your purpose is to touch the heart, to instill joy, to delight the ear. Model yourself after great master in form and plan. Although don't copy their style, which must be your own, be diligent but not too hasty. Everything good comes with reflection. Enjoy the world while you attempt to provide enjoyment. Never forget this watchword, moderation.
Okay. It's very happy to have conversation with you.
Yeah, I'm delightful to share my thoughts too. Thank you.
Thank you.